Hello traders, Rich here, and here's a quick but detailed update on GBP CAD. As usual, if you like video analysis, let me know in the comments or simply leave a like. So let's get started. As we clearly see, GBP CAD has been overall bullish, especially after breaking above this high, making higher highs and higher lows. However, we are currently approaching the upper bound from weekly time frame, which showing us the overall bearish movement from a long-term perspective. So we are approaching a very strong resistance zone, previously as support, holding the price up multiple times, broken downward, now acting as a resistance, and intersection with the upper trend line, as we can clearly see, acting as a non-horizontal resistance. That's why this zone is a very strong zone to look for sell setups. If you zoom into H4 time frame, this is the channel engulfing latest bullish movement, as I showed you from daily time frame. So of course, for the bears to take over and start the next bearish impulse movement downward, we need to see a break below this channel. Meanwhile, we can still trade higher, form new low, and then break it downward, or even break this resistance upwards. We zoom into H1 time frame, we can also see a shorter term channel, as we can notice in orange. So for the bears to take over from now or from here, we need to see a break below this major low, the trend line orange and the trend line red, which would be a break below everything that might hold it up, right? Once this happens, then this would be our trigger. For those who know me, I always highlight it like this, and the stop loss would be above the previous major high, which would be right there. And we target a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio as usual. Of course, meanwhile, as I showed you from H4 time frame, until the bears take over, we can still go higher, form a new low before breaking it down. In this case, I'll be updating my analysis to be like this, for example. But for now, as per the current market conditions, this is what I'm waiting for. Meanwhile, we are bullish.
Before we continue, I want to tell you about Tickmill. Tickmill is established in 2014 and is one of the leading Forex and CFD brokers with registered users from more than 200 different countries. Tickmill is a no-dealing desk and ECN broker regulated in many countries like the UK, Cyprus, and recently in South Africa. With Tickmill, you can trade a wide range of instruments, starting from Forex to indices, commodities, and even crypto. Most importantly, with very low spreads and trading fees. If you don't have an account yet, make sure to create one using my referral link in the description below to benefit from 5% discounts on your trading fees. And let's continue.
As we clearly see, ADJPY has been overall bullish for a while, making higher highs and higher lows, trading inside this rising channel. However, we lately rejected the upper bound of the channel, acting as a non-horizontal resistance, and we are currently overall bearish from a short-term perspective inside a correction movement. That's why we'll be looking for short-term sell setups, and then as price approaches this lower bound, which is the intersection of this resistance, trend support, and also the lower brown trend line, will be looking for trend following bar setups. If you zoom into H4 time frame, we can see that we have been bearish, making low lows and lower highs as mentioned from weekly inside a correction movement, pushing price lower. That's why we'll be looking for short-term trend following sell setups, and then as price approaches the support zone as mentioned from weekly, we'll be looking for buy setups around this support zone. But for now, let's take it step by step. Overall bearish, looking for such setups, unless of course we break above this high. In this case, a movement till the upper resistance would be expected, where we'll be also looking for sell setups. But for now, we are here. Let's zoom into lower time frames. We can see from H1 time frame that we are currently inside this correction, inside this bearish movement downward. So we'll be looking for a trend following sell as per my trading plan. For those who already know me, I'll be waiting for a new swing low to form around the lower trend line to consider it valid, or consider it my last major low, and then I'll be selling on break downward after a momentum candle close below this zone. And of course, once the sell is activated, the target would be a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio to have an edge over the market from a risk management perspective, which would be around the lower support zone, where we'll be looking for buy setups. Of course, meanwhile, and until the bears take over to start the next impulse movement downward, we can still trade higher and higher, or even break this high. In this case, a movement to the upper resistance would be expected. That's it for today. Best of luck, and I'll see you on the next one.